I have with me the brand new Alfa Romeo Junior, the electric version, kind of the first full electric car made by Alfa Romeo. And I was so excited to test this car, to see this car, and I was excited to test drive it. And I did today for the first time. I did in the morning, and I have to tell you, I like the fact that Alfa Romeo still put that signature, that Italian dynamic signature, and I have a lot of respect for Alfa Romeo. And even though this Junior shared the platform with other cars in Stellantis group like Fiat 600 or Jeep Avenger, they still managed to put the signature on the car, not only on the design, exterior and interior design, but also on the driving feeling. So more about that, if you want to see the test drive, I have a separate video, so definitely check out that video to see how it's to drive. But in this video we will focus on reviewing the car, interior, exterior, material quality, multimedia system, everything about the car you will find out in this video. So stay with me if you want to find out everything about the car. If you want to test drive it, if you want to see it, if you want to buy it, if you are in Switzerland, around Switzerland, definitely check out Auto Traxler. I will leave the link in the description, also on the screen, so you can definitely contact them if you want to see the car. I want to give you some technical data and information plus the prices before we start with the review. And at least here in Switzerland at Auto Traxler, for this version that I have with me, because this version is Speciale version, you have Junior version. This is the entry-level version, which costs 41,490 francs, and then you have the Speciale, which is 45,490 francs. I don't know if you can see that. You can pause the video to see the prices. And then we have two options. We have the Pack Tech option, which costs you 2,000 francs, and you have the Pack Sky, the panoramic glass roof, 1,600 francs, at least here. And then the price will go up to 48,000 for this version, but you can get it also in other two versions. You can get it in Veloce, which is starting at 49,490 francs, and you have 280 horsepower, the most powerful version. Or you can get it with an internal combustion engine, 1.2 liter. It's a petrol engine, 3 cylinders inline, 136 horsepower. That comes also with an automatic transmission, and that price there start at 31,490 francs, so it's much more expensive if you want to go for that version. I want to go a little bit deeper to the technical data, and then we will start the review exterior, interior. Very important is that this version that I have with me is the front wheel drive. That means it has one electric motor installed on the front. The power of the car, 156 horsepower, 260 Newton meters, and it has a 54 kilowatt hour battery, lithium battery NMC. Range of the car 408 kilometers. WLTP probably in real life you can expect around 350 kilometers, maybe 300, maybe 250 in worse condition, but let's say around 300 kilometers. The consumption 15.2 kilowatt hour. I test that in the test drives, definitely check out. The top speed 150 kilometers per hour and 0 to 109 seconds, so it's not a super fast car. If you want a faster, you go for Veloce version, which you can get even more dynamic and faster acceleration. We will test that as well as soon as I get it. The turning circle 10.5 meters. Also the charging power, the maximum charging power, it's 100 kilowatt in DC. You can charge it from 10 to 80% in around 30 minutes. And also very important, the Veloce, it's 25 millimeters lower than this one, so the suspension are set up a little bit different, so will be a little bit more sporty feeling, probably more dynamic and stiffer. And it has 6 seconds from 0 to 100, so if you want to get the Junior in a sportier version, the most dynamic, go for Veloce. I will test it as soon as I get that car as well. Now all the versions of Junior electric version come with a heat pump. That's very important. Also another important thing is that the trunk space, it's around 400 liters on the normal version and 415 liters on the electric version. I will show you a little bit later when we go there, but the car is pretty spacious, and this is very important. Other than that, the car is built in Poland together with Fiat 600 and Jeep Avenger, and the color of the car, this beautiful red, reddish dark color, it calls Brera red color. Those are the most important information. I don't know if I missed something. Let's start the review exterior, interior, and then in the end we will do the conclusion as always. Look at the logo. I really love this logo from Alfa Romeo. I think it looks quite raw and kind of sporty, and also in the same time kind of metallic. I really love the logo. Other than that, it's the same key as Stellantis group. Also use it for other cars. What you can do with the key, lock and unlock the car, and also open the trunk, because these Alfa Romeo Junior come with automatic lift gate on the trunk, so you can close it and open it from here. And I love the fact that you don't have to press and hold the button all the time. This is the same as on new Peugeot cars, which is a feature that I like very much. Now, another feature is that when you come close to the car will unlock automatically for you. You can see electric folding mirrors. You can see an LED light that illuminate the floor there. Plus, when you lock it and unlock it, I see this mechanism, this electric motor on the mirror. It works pretty quick. So in general, this is the key, guys. As I said in my test drive video, I like very much the front end of the car. So the front end, from my point of view, it's really beautiful. I wouldn't change anything, and I like the fact that Alfa Romeo still keep that signature. When it comes to the back, I'm not so sure. For my taste, it's not so spectacular, if that makes sense. It's not so Alfa Romeo. It's nice, but it's not something extraordinary, if that makes sense. Although I like it from the back end. If you look from this angle, from totally back end, I think it looks quite nice. But when you come from the side, basically from this angle, I'm not so sure about the back end. Overall, it's a nice car. Overall, it looks good. Overall, it's modern, it's attractive, and yeah, it's something new. Definitely, as I said before, the front end, I think it's so aggressive, it's so sporty, it's so powerful. It's really give you that feeling of powerful, I don't know, big SUV. Even though it's not big, it's super small and compact, and it's perfect for all-arounder, even in the city, also outside on the highway. In the holidays, you can go with the car without any problem. But what I like very much is the front end. I'm a big fan of front end. The back end, not my style, but the front end look good. I don't know about you. You can write me in the comments, tell me what you think about the design. Do you like the back end, or what do you think about the front end? From the side, it looks quite nice. It looks really nice. Also with those 18-inch wheels, I think it fits really cool on the car. The rims are quite the same, kind of the same design as Alfa Romeo uses with, and I like the fact that they still keep this signature, this round design language, which they use always. You have Alfa Romeo in the middle. Love the logo. The logo is one of my favorite logo. Then you have normal brake calipers and ventilated brake discs on the front, and on the rear you have also normal brake discs and the normal brake calipers, and you can see the tires, 18-inch wheels right there. Another thing that I like very much on the side of the car is the fact that they add those plastic protections around the wheels that will protect the paint of the car in time. Also in this area here where a lot of stones and rust in time occur, I think it's great that you have this plastic, and I like it. It's also a little bit extended, and it seems to be more powerful than in other cars. So that means if you hit something, if you scratch it, you can change it very easy. And it's a nice, interesting plastic. If you look closely, it's not the same matte plastic as you find in other cars. It's a combination between glossy and matte somehow, and you have little white things inside there. Probably it's a recycled material, plastic or something like that. Also on the down skirt, the same story, the same plastic to protect the down part, the down area. Plus you have this line in red, which add a little bit of sportivity, or a little bit of yeah, nice looking. You can see exactly what I told you right now. When I drive the car, when I test drive the car before, it's a little bit dirty on the lower end. So that means the wheel will throw a lot of stones in this area, right? So when you have this plastic, you are protected, because you can change it much more easier than having the paint of the car. So that's why I always tell you guys, these are very useful. And also on the back, you have the same story, the same protection. Great job. I think they did really good. And overall, as a design, I think it fit right, because you have the black piano around the windows, you have the black also radio antenna, the black mirror caps, also you have some black on the back, right here between the lights, between the tail lights. And then if you go in the front, you can see that the grille, it's also in black. So that means it fit quite nice with that black edges. So overall, as a design, as a blend, I think it looks fantastic. And this red, dark, sherry color, it looks really good on the car. You have a panoramic glass roof that costs you around 1,500 euro. Then you have the Radeon Shark antenna in black, glossy, nice contrast with the color. The roof spoiler look phenomenal with those lines here. Here's the brake light, LED light, tinted windows on the rear, the wiper, and here you have some black contrast, glossy black. Here you have the snake from Alfa Romeo writing on the side, kind of integrated in this plastic here. It looks great. It looks good quality. It's not just a sticker. Then you have the handle, by the way, on the rear door, which it's integrated into the door. That helped the aerodynamic of the car make more cleaner design on this area. By the way, the doors, the way they sound, from my point of view, they sound pretty good. So the quality is good on the doors. Also, those are the handles, pretty simple handles in the front. So yeah, the quality is also quite fine here. You can lock and unlock by having your finger around here. Here's the charging port. You can charge the car in AC and DC up to 100 kilowatts. Now, what I like in the back, and this is probably one thing that I like, is the fact that you have another extra kind of a spoiler here. Also look good from this angle and also improve the aerodynamic. But then you go on the side. Another thing that I like very much on the back is the fact that everything is LED. We don't have halogen light. This is a big plus from my point of view, and you can see the turning signals, the tail lights, even the fog lamp right here, and the reverse light right here, it's LED. Nice, relatively nice design, and also it looks cool. It looks cool. The tail lights look great, and also I like this area. I think this area is the area that I like. And also you have a reverse camera, which is a little bit higher. That's good because it's not down here. It will get dirty a little bit slower, so that's a good thing. And then you have Alfa Romeo with these three-dimensional leathers, which look great again. Now, LED lights on the number plate. You can see down here, they are somewhere under there. Also, they will stay clean for longer in the way they design it. And in the back, of course, pretty simple bumper, no exhaust pipe or stuff like that. Some red insertion, light reflectors, 6 sensors on the back and on the front, and some element design on the side to make it look a little bit more sportier. You have Speciale writing on both sides, so you know which version it is. LED light turning signals on the mirror caps in black, and then here you have pretty big mirrors and the blind spot light technology right there in the corner to warn you when a car is in a blind spot. Also on the windshield up here you have the camera and the sensor for light and raining, and the camera can read the traffic speed limit and also can help to stay between the lanes, so it helps together work with the radar which is right there in the middle of the bumper, so it works together for emergency brake and all that safety features. Down here, man, the front end, it's crazy. I love every single element of the front end. It looks powerful, it looks big. I like the logo here, metallic, and it looks so good. Then you have this triangle kind of snake design. I love it. Really look good. And then if you look inside there, it's kind of a grill. It's a really proper grill, and you can see the pedals, the clappers that are open right now. They close and open. It has active cooling. This is cool system. Some black piano. Here you have also active cooling. If you look inside there, again, some air will go inside here. 6 sensors on the front. Lovely design on the lower lip. So there, I really like how they design it. Super sporty. Some element here, so no air intakes on the side. You can see the black. It goes from the middle and all the way on the side to the headlamps, and then you have the turning signals. Also in 3 lines. You have matrix optional, and you have Alfa Romeo writing here. So optional, matrix, adaptive headlights. So pretty nice, and they look good. Man, they look really good. So I hope they will keep this front end for the future cars. Now I want to show you something. I want to show you what is under the hood, because most of you will probably want to know that, at least on the electric car, you will expect to have some space in the front. Open it from the middle. relatively simple. And I was surprised to see that you have an automatic lift gate in the front. That's a good thing, an extra. And sadly, you don't have space here. You don't have any space to store your stuff because this car is shared kind of the platform with the thermal combustion engine, so that way they didn't manage to make a space. But here you have the electric motors and all the components somewhere under there, and then you have the 12-volt battery, the fuse box, the liquid cooling and the liquid wipers. Overall, this is it. By the way, when you turn off the turning signal, this is the daytime running light, which look really cool. You have those 3 lines on the side, one down here like a crystal, and those 3 lines right there on the upper side. So relatively nice. And on the back, you already saw it. It's just simple 3 L's. Yeah, or something like that. Here in the trunk, as you saw before, automatic lift gate. What I like very much is that you have a lot of space here. So the practicality, it's extremely good. You have a square entrance that allow you to have that big possibility to put in a lot of big, huge items. And also up here you have the button to close it, a handle to close it manually, but overall a lot of space in the trunk. I already take out that protection for the trunk, by the way, to see a little bit better the entrance. You have some plastic at the entrance. On the left side you have LED light in the trunk, you have a 12-volt port. I like that, some hooks left and right. Down here you have this floor which is adjustable. Right now it's on the lower end, so you can see you have here like maybe 4 or 5 centimeters, but you can take it out and you can put it a little bit higher, just like that, to have a completely flat floor. Again, super practical. Under this you have another space where you can put cables or whatever stuff you want to put, and under this you have another space where you can put some repair kits or whatever. Anyway, super good space, not bad. Now when you want to fold down the seats, you have to fold it 60-40. You cannot fold the middle part. This is kind of a downside if you go to ski like with all your friends, like you have 4 friends, and or you have 3 friends and you want to go to ski, you're not able to carry the skis and also your friends. But other than that, when you fold it completely down, you have a almost completely flat floor where you can carry a lot of big items without any problem. So yeah, practicality, it's pretty good. And if you go on the side, here is the handle. The entrance in the car, it's big. I like the fact that you have the windows on the door that allow you to have bigger entrance and also better visibility. I will show you in a second. This is the way it looks also from the side area. So you can see the entrance there, down here, the way it looks. And also on the legs room where you have the transmission tunnel, which is pretty big because yeah, it's sure kind of the platform with the combustion engine. But relatively good space to add also down there a few other things. You have one window from one piece here. That means if you fold it down, but I have to put a contact, or I think it's locked from here. Yeah, it's locked. If you fold it down, let me show you. You can fold it all the way down. That's incredible. I mean, most of the cars that have windows in the back from one piece is not able to fold it down completely, but this one you can, and this is a good thing, and you will see that the visibility is pretty good. Then when it comes to quality and design, all the door it's made in plastic, but the design look pretty fine. Then you have the handle, you have a button for the window, you have a speaker here, no storage space in the door bands. That means a little bit sad. I wish to have some storage space here. The entrance is relatively big. I like that. This is good. And this is the way it looks from this angle. I love the seats, by the way. The seats are a big plus for the car. I really like the combination between leather, this is artificial leather, and this textile material, and I like the way they blend in this red, cherish red dark color in this textile material here. They are a little bit stiffer, so that gives you that feeling of sportivity. Here you have side support, Isofix, so you can install 2 child seats here on the back. You don't have any armrest that allow you to have a much softer middle seats here, and also here it's flat, so a third person can stay here without any problem. Behind the front seat, I like the fact that you don't have that plastic, so you have leather, you have some storage space here. This is pretty good. Once I'm going inside the car, you can see here in the middle you don't have any vent, but you have this USB-C port. That's very useful. Now let me close the door. I forget to adjust the seats in the front, so let me go in the front to adjust the seat, and then we go back in the back. So adjust the seat in my driving position. So let's see, just like that. This is the good driving position, just like that. Okay, now let's go myself in the back of myself to see how much space I have on the legs. So I have like around 173 centimeters, and this is the space behind myself. So it's relatively fine. It's not huge, but it's fine. I cannot stretch my legs too much under the front seat, but I have a relatively good position here. On the head, because they kind of designed this, you can see here you have the panoramic glass roof, and then you have this area which came like that, you know, like a wave. And then I have pretty good space on my head. I have like 6 fingers. This is pretty good, man. It's not bad. So yeah, great job. Pretty good space on the head. Visibility outside is pretty fine. I like it. And also relatively good. The only thing I wish here to have some soft material. That would be very useful. Now when I go in the middle, let's go in the middle. It's not super easy, but once you go here, you know, there are advantages and disadvantages. One advantage is that I have a lot of space on the head because they designed it like that, super surprisingly. So I have super good space. I like the fact that it's soft, so on the back, because you don't have armrest, it's softer, and it's softer down here, so a third person in the middle sits super easy. But there are a few disadvantages. So you don't have armrest, but you have better comfort here. So you have to see what you like to have, you know, because sometimes you have to give up on some things to have other things. So regarding the space, head space and leg space is not bad for the size, for the shape of the car. I think it's fine. Also on the legs, this is the space. And this is the way the seats in the front are adjusted. By the way, here up you have also some lights, just like that, but you don't have handles. Regarding the dashboard, I will show you also basically you have this panoramic glass roof, which you can open from here. Let me show you. You can open it like that, or you can open it completely. So you can see right now, it's just opening. You have this insect protection there, and opening it's pretty big, so that should be fun. And yeah, you can leave it completely closed, and you can also, I almost opened the trunk by mistake. And if you want to close this, you have to do it manually, just like that. So the solar protection, you have to use it manually. Anyway, the dashboard look great, look in the same design as Alfa Romeo uses with. I love the vents, I will show you in a second. I like the fact that the screen is tilted to the driver. I love the steering wheel, and the digital cockpit is my favorite, and I will show you in a second why. Even the center console look different and special, and I will tell you in a second when we go in the front why I like it so much. So overall, the interior design and the dashboard, I think it looks pretty nice, pretty clean. And big window from one piece, good visibility in the mirror. This time here we have leather everywhere around this area where your armrests are, so that's a good thing. But here up we have the same plastic, and plastic down here. We have storage space, which is pretty big in the front. That's a good thing. Then you have the speaker, you have the button for electric adjustable mirrors, the windows, and also lock the windows. The entrance in the car, it's quite big, you can see from here. I really like the way it looks, the front end. It's spectacular, and I like very much also the aluminum plate with Alfa Romeo writing here. I like the aluminum pedals and the electric adjustable seats, so you can adjust the seats electrically from here in every position you want, even the lumbar position. And also the car comes with massage functions, so from here you can activate it if I'm not wrong. Anyway, I will show you a little bit later. Now when it comes to the seats, look at the seats. Lovely. Nice combination between this leather, artificial leather, with the same textile material, insertion here in the middle, the same reddish color, and up here you have this Alfa Romeo logo inserted. super nice seats. Here you have some missing buttons. Basically there are some buttons, but they are from extra options, but they are not, so it's basically nothing. Up here you have again this soft material in the middle of the center console that goes across the dashboard. I love the vents, man. You know, Alfa Romeo was the first who came with those round vents, and then kind of Mercedes tried to copy it, and now Alfa Romeo came back, and they feel good. They feel good as you touch it. Good quality, and also those are illuminated, so you have LED inside here when you put it in sport mode in the nighttime. They are super nice illuminated. Up here, other than that, plastic almost everywhere, but yeah, that doesn't matter too much. As long as the price is good, it's right, then it's okay. Visibility wise around the windows, it's fine. Good visibility in the mirror, around the windows, good visibility, and also in the back. So you can see right here, pretty good visibility around the windows. Those are the seats. Here is the armrest. You can adjust it forward, backward, soft, nice material. Open it up, pretty good space. Here you have a lot of space to put two drinks or wherever you want to put. Also good quality in this area. This area here, it's with soft material. Here you have some ambient light in the nighttime. It's illuminated. I don't know, right now you cannot see it, but yeah, let me see if I can manage to start the engine, put it in dynamic mode, and here you have some red ambient light. Now you can see it. It looks great. So everywhere around here, and also here, of course, and also the vents are illuminated in red. You have a speaker on the A pillar on the both sides. I like the clean dashboard. It's straight, clean, simple, that allow you to have good visibility from the driver point of view. Have an Alfa Romeo logo there close to the speakers, and good visibility from the driver point of view. It's pretty good visibility. You can adjust the steering wheel, by the way, down, up, forward, backward, manually, and I like that from down there. You have some ambient light around the cockpit left and right. You can see it from this angle around here. And the cockpit is one of my favorite cockpit, digital cockpit from Stellantis group. It looks fantastic. It looks special. Overall, if you look in general, in the middle you have information about what happened with energy in real time. When the car recuperates energy, you can see the electric motor in the front. On the left side you have the range and how much percentage you have to the battery, and it shows you the power information right here, the graphic, and then on the left side you have the kilometers. I love the design. I think it's so much Alfa Romeo, and I think they did a great job with that. Then you can switch it to see all the assistance systems from autopilot. You can see also the consumption on the last kilometers, the media, and even the navigation. You can see the map on the full screen, and once you set the destination, let me show you, and let me press drive, you can see how it's loading and how it looks. It looks really good. I like it. And then of course you can also switch again between those different driving modes. I want to show you something. Let's go back to navigation, and if you go here and press this button again, you can see the consumption on the last 346 kilometers. Because the car is brand new, you have 17.9 kilowatt hour. So just in case you want to know, down here in the center console you have the physical button for the driving modes. You have the electronic handbrake, you have the start stop engine button, and you have the shift by wire transmission, plus you have the B mode. So I will explain you everything in a second. So first of all, I want to show you the different driving modes. So the same as Alfa Romeo have before had DNA. We have the advanced efficiency, which is eco mode. We have the natural, which is normal mode, and we have the dynamic, which is sport mode. So you can switch between those driving modes, and the color on the cockpit is changing, and the ambient light is changing as well. I explain more about those driving modes in the test drive video, so definitely check out that video as well. It has electronic handbrake, but it doesn't have auto hold function, and I show you a trick how you can use auto hold while you're driving. So check out the test drive to see that trick. Here you have the B mode. That means when you release the acceleration, the car will recuperate more energy, so a strong recuperation, and I talk about that in the review video. What I like very much is the fact that all those buttons and functions are here, so when you rest your arms, they are in a perfect position, so you don't have to stretch out to the screen or something like that. Everything is down here, it's easy to reach. So this is really good for ergonomy, practicality while you're driving. It's crazy safe, so Great job, I like that. Then you go a little bit forward, you have a place where you can put your phone, wireless charging, you have USB 2, USB-C, and a lot of space here. Plus you have a lot of physical button for the volume, and not only, you have physical button for the climatic system, so you can turn it off simple from here, turn it on. You can play with the vents, speed from here, and you can even go from this button to the climatic system menu. So it's extremely easy to go into those functions. And to be honest, from Stellantis group, probably this Junior is the most ergonomic car, because this screen here, usually you see now these days all the screens are higher, and they are good to be higher because you have better visibility. You look on the road and then you look here, so it's much easier. But when you have a cockpit like that, where you have all the information plus the navigation, it's not necessary always to look here. So that means they put it a little bit lower, and in this way your hands is much more in natural position to change different settings. So it's much more ergonomic, much more easier while you're driving to change different things and settings and so on. And not only on when you're driving, but overall, if that makes sense for you. Now here you can adjust the climatic system the way you want it. You can turn it off simple from here. The seats option, it comes with heated seats, free position. You can even pre-condition the car. It has also the application like all other Stellantis group cars. A little bit higher you have the vents, really interesting design here. So you can see it's really interesting the way they designed this dashboard, because if you look closely you see that these vents are somewhere orientated to the passenger, but the screen is orientated to the driver. So it's interesting, but also pretty simple, easy to reach. And here you have again some physical shortcut buttons where you can go directly to the home page, you go directly to the car, the most important information and safety features. So you have like lane keeping assist, automatic braking system, traction control, excessive speed warning, traffic sign recognition, blind spot, and driver alert. So you have all the safety features pretty fast here, pressing this button to access it. Then you have the hazard light button and the lock button, and this is the home screen. And here you can customize it, as you probably see on other cars from Stellantis group. And you can see you can add wherever things you want. You can put the navigation, you can put the application drawer, settings, climatic system, and you can play with them the way you want it, and you can create more pages. Then if we go to navigation, which now I find it super good, finally Stellantis improved that in the last year, and it works much faster, it's much more responsive. And I like very much, once you set the destination, this TomTom based navigation, it's extremely clear. It shows you the direction very clear. Plus, what is important in an electric car, to have on the navigation all the charging station. And how you find it, press search, press the charging stations, and boom, it's search for all the charging stations around you. So in this way you can find all the charging stations that are around here. Plus it gives you a lot of information about them, and like with what speed you charge and so on. And then you just press and it gives you some alternatives. You choose one, drive and play, and that's it. Super easy, super fast. I like this navigation. It's not the best on the market, it's not as good as on other cars, but it's fine, it's relatively fine. Once you set the destination, it looks great, it looks simple, you can understand it. That's the most important thing. You have here the mirror screen, so you can connect your Android Auto, Apple CarPlay wireless, which is great, another plus for the car. On the application drawer you have all the settings right here, so you can go to settings where you have all the settings of the car from let's start with the beginning. You create a profile, you can also save your settings for your profile, you can customize the screen colors. For example, you can choose between those three colors, red, they look cool. Then you have the interior color, so you can choose the color which you would like to see, and you can see on the dashboard, on the vents, and down here on the center console you can choose yellow. So you have a few colors here. There are not many colors, but there are a few colors to choose from, so that's also really cool. Then you have the active sports sounds while you're driving, interior animation. You have connectivity to Wi-Fi, you have the system with language, date and time, kilometer, miles, Celsius, Fahrenheit. You can change it from here. The brightness of the cockpit, the interior light brightness, The audio settings, sound settings, you find it from here, so you can adjust and play with the settings, radio settings and volume settings. So there are plenty of sound settings as well. When you come to voice assistant, yeah, you can say, hey Alfa Romeo, and you have the voice assistant, so you can also use this as well. Then vehicle lighting, because it comes with matrix LED lights, it has welcome light, adaptive light and automatic main beam. So those are the settings. Vehicle access, doors settings and safety here with diagnostics and so on, updates, and yeah, that's all. Going back to home, an application drawer, you find also the energy screen, which shows you the nice graphic with what happened in real time with the energy of the car while you're driving. This is also useful. On the statistics, you see the range and consumption on the last kilometers, and also you can schedule the charging. So if we go forward, also to the application, what we have more interesting here, seats options, you have heating. So I was wrong, this version doesn't come with massage on the seat, so you don't have massage, but you have heated seats. So that's all guys, I think I show you almost everything. I don't know if you have and if you slide it from up down, you can also open a few other shortcut settings. And one more thing guys, the reverse camera quality, even though it doesn't have 360 degrees camera, and I'm not sure if you can get it as an option, I like very much the fact that the reverse camera quality, the resolution and the quality is pretty good. Plus you have those active lines assist which help you guide you in the parking lot. You can see also with wide view, and when you go in reverse, so let me show you that. If you put it in reverse and you go in reverse, you can see very clear, and I like that this camera, it's really realistic. So it's not like in other cars where you don't know where you are. In this car you basically really feel, or you can understand the distances a little bit better. So this is something that I like as well. And also I like the fact that even though the car have only one camera, it can map up the ground from above, so you can make an idea where you are located. By the way, physical button here on the steering wheel from where you can control the autopilot and all that functions. And I like the fact that they are physical, so it's easy to adjust and control. A little bit higher, you probably see before this vanity mirror. We don't have a light, but vanity mirror is big. SOS button. From here you open the trunk if you want to, pressing 2 times info, and from here you open the panoramic glass roof, and here we have some LED lights. And the visibility in the mirror, by the way, it's quite fine in the back. So nice mirror with tiny edges. That was the video guys. I hope you get some useful information from this video. I hope it was useful. So if you want to see it, if you want to test drive the car, if you want to buy the car, if you're in Switzerland around here, definitely check out Auto Traxler. I will leave the link in the description, also on the screen. Guys, if you have questions, ask me down below, whatever question you have. If you didn't see the test drive with this car, I have a separate video on my channel. Definitely check it out. If it's not there, it will come soon, so stay close. Thank you very much to all of you that watching my videos. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. That will help me a lot. So thank you again guys. Stay safe, and as always, we see us in the next one. Bye guys.